Hi, my name is Olivia Molter, and I'm here to talk to you today about Oro, a smarter, cleaner cup share company that I believe has the potential to change the way we drink coffee. Now, the larger issue that I would like to solve here is that of single use plastics and products, particularly coming out of the food and beverage industry. I think the best way to approach this is to start with one industry and one topic. And I've chosen one that most of us have in common, and certainly most Americans, and that is coffee. Now, 2 in 3 of us drink coffee every single day. Meanwhile, 1 in 3 of us have purchased coffee outside of the home in the past 2 days. Most of this being from either coffee chains or independent coffee shops. Now, I want you to think back. Last time you ordered a coffee to go, did you put it in your own reusable mug? During a pandemic? Probably not. But how about before that? Chances are your answer is no. And that's because only 5% of all coffee drinks taken to go are put into reusable cups. And the other 95% of that adds to the coffee industry's largest source of waste, and that is single-use disposable cups. Worldwide, we create 50 billion of these every year. That's 50 billion cups going directly into landfills every year. For some context, that's enough to fill up over 12,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools from top to bottom. And we're doing that every year. Now, there is a simple solution to this, and that would be a cup share program. You might be familiar with the concept. First, a consumer is loaned a reusable cup. Then they can use that cup as they would any other at their local coffee shop. But when they're done with it, they return it. Then that cup gets washed and put back into circulation, and the cycle repeats. Pretty simple, right? Wrong. Now, ask yourself, when was the last time you were at a coffee shop that utilized a system like this? It certainly isn't happening in Milwaukee right now. So I went out and I asked coffee shop owners, baristas, managers, why aren't you utilizing a system like this? Here were some of their responses. There is the issue of cost and risk, the issue of storage and the extra labor that is involved. Then there's also the issue of the change in workflow and managing a deposit system. All of this puts a lot of stress on cafes. It's no wonder that more of them aren't utilizing this system. And that's why I created Oro. Oro addresses all of these problems, making it a cup share program that is truly coffee shop friendly. Here's how Oro is different. The biggest difference is the kiosk. This means that cups are stored, kept, and obtained outside of the coffee shop. Baristas don't need to do the education or deposit management for these cups. Coffee shops don't need to store all of the cups or develop new systems to work around it. The kiosk works like this. Customers can quick approach this before going into the coffee shop and ordering their morning coffee. They can quick scan it with their app. Their account is automatically charged and they get their cup. They can then walk into the coffee shop and use it just like they would their own reusable cup. The next thing that makes Oro different is the sanitization process. Oro cups are all industrial sanitized. They are collected every night from the kiosks, brought to our sanitization facility, and then returned. Customers can drink out of these knowing that they're cleaner than anything they might have in their cupboard at home. These are provided with no cost to cafes. This makes it accessible to smaller and low-budget cafes, and it also eliminates any financial risk for them to utilize the system. The fourth thing that's different is the pricing structure. Instead of having a complicated deposit system that baristas must manage, to use an Oro cup, it costs only 50 cents, and that's automatically charged to your account every time you scan to get a cup. Where we really make our money is actually going to be the late fees. Users have 48 hours to return the cup to any Oro kiosk. Otherwise, they are expected to pay a $15 late fee, and that covers the retail cost of the cup. And now let's talk about our customers. In the most simple way, our customer base is the same ones that take their coffee drinks to go on a regular or semi-regular basis. And this covers a wide demographic. This is everybody from college students to business owners. Usually these people either live or work in urban centers, places where there are multiple coffee shops and hopefully multiple Oro kiosks for them to access. These are people who might be environmental activists to people who usually don't give it a second thought. The goal is to make Oro as easy, accessible, and as affordable as possible so we can reach this entire demographic of people going into coffee shops. And next we can talk about competition. Now, the cool thing is, in Milwaukee, there is no direct competition, but that doesn't mean there aren't companies doing this elsewhere in the US and elsewhere in the world. There is Vessel, specifically operating in Boulder, Colorado, and Berkeley. There's Cup Club, based in the UK. And then there's Mugshare, based in Vancouver. And next, we can bring it back to Oro and talk about my team in developing this. First, we have Scott Lucy, who is a cafe owner and barista trainer here in Milwaukee. Lucas Lyons is a cafe manager in Milwaukee, and Molly Kiefer is a barista, environmental activist, and personally lives a zero-waste lifestyle. And that's Oro. I really believe that it's smarter, easier, cleaner, zero-waste systems like Oro that will begin to make our existence on this planet sustainable. Oro is just the first step. Are you ready to take it?